Hello and welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio. We are continuing to basically pass the time between now and the path to Oceania opening up. So, what does that involve? I actually don't know what it involves right now. We have many things that we could do, but we have no followers available right now. So I'm guessing we're just going to raise a stat. Oh, we never looked at what Barden actually gives us. Let's have a look at his ability details. So we obviously have Commander, which we saw last time in general. Okay. Improves defense when whole party is in the back row. Huh. That's intriguing. Because he has an ability that moves everybody to the front row. Which I guess makes sense with why we were theory crafting it last time. You move everyone to the back row, then you use the go to the front row ability when you're ready to like go all in. Okay. Occasionally, as one day ends and another begins, Barden will send a parcel. That's interesting. That's the kind of thing that you want to get early so you can get as many of them as possible, but it's not really a rush. It depends what's in the parcel, really. If it's just money, it doesn't matter. Improves the chance of escaping from squad battle. Okay. Don't care. Half the turn icon cost of switching with a reserve member during squad battle. I'm sorry, of doing what now? Now that is intriguing. I didn't know that that was going to be a thing. That's definitely exciting. With certain exceptions, escape will always succeed. Okay. What did this guy do to earn the ire of the developers? Like, every one of his ones is like, if you want to run away, he's like really good at that. Like, he's fantastic at running away. Anyway. Let's have a look here. Tended to plans, discussed battle strategies, inspected the reactor. So what people are suggesting is that those ones there, those are like the hangout with party member ones, right? So like inspected the reactor might be hangout with Nuras kind of things. I spent time with Brigitte. People spent time with Brigitte today, huh? How did people spend time with Brigitte? Brigitte isn't available today for us. Maybe she's only available on certain days for certain people, or actually, you know what people could have done? They might not have leveled up Brigitte earlier. That might be the other thing here. Okay. So I don't really know what we need to do here. We don't need to do the test of courage. That's about it. We've already talked to the pagan. We can do scenery or speech, probably. Royal virtues? Our eloquence is near it. Wisdom's a little bit back. I guess we're going to take in the scenery? Yeah. Alright then. Let's do that then. Okay. Oh wow, you can see Kragant Castle from here. The city is small compared to the royal capital, but I think a more old-fashioned town like this can be nice too. How about we take in this view of the city skyline for a bit? Who knows, it might just broaden your horizons to observe how the people in this town go about with their lives. Sure. It's not a big deal if you'd rather keep yourself busy with other stuff though, what do you say? Let's take a break.
Okay.
Yeah, good choice.
Right.
Martira has had its share of misfortune, but the town itself is wonderful. It's nowhere near as bustling as the capital, but it doesn't exactly feel rural either. The shopping's not bad either. Maybe being so close to the main road, a lot of merchants come and go. I'm sure the people just want to live quiet, contented lives. It's only nice on the surface. Well, we know this for a fact now.
Look at that.
It does seem nice, but that's only on the surface. You're right, we would never have come here if it wasn't for the kidnappings. I'm sure people who live here still have their problems. We should help out wherever we can, so let's reach out and see what they need. Alright.
Alright.
So I got 3 wisdom for that. Okay. Which, just to compare it to one of the debates got us 3 and 1. Sorry, they got us 4 and 1, right? So they got us 5 points up. That got us 3 points up. Runner ones get us 4 points up. So that's one of the least effective things that we could do. Anyway, as Gallica and I headed home, we discussed many things about Martira, including its people, the shops, and the scenery.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Okay. It's Metals Day. Doesn't really mean anything for us right now. Perhaps the captain would lend me his strength, says Heismay. Oh, maybe. But, oh, I didn't want to do that. But what I want to do is follower list. Actually, that's not what I want to do. What I want to do is debates. Because, oh, debates will actually be over here, won't they? Yeah, because debates are one time only, and you can miss them. So let's see if we have any debates available up here. We do not. So no debates available. Okay then. Well, that means that we should go to our follower list. So we have Stroll, Hulkenberg, Heismay, Maria. Now, Maria is top priority, I think, for us, because we would love to get to level 4 as quickly as possible. Because it gets us XP post-battle, and it means that time doesn't elapse while cooking, which is great. So we'll do that, but we're going to do that after we go to the Gauntlet Runner. So we've got stuff to do in the Gauntlet Runner first. So let's start by going to the washroom. Okay. Just following through with the game's message that actually showering is good, you know. And then get some more ingredients. Wonderful. So then we are going to follow her, find her, and teleport to her.
Mister?
Yes. Which also moves us to Grand Trad without a teleport animation. Interestingly enough. Hello.
Mister!
Oh, Mister, you're here. That reminds me, I have Neuras's drawings on me. I think Maria would be happy if I gave one to her. Alright. I gave the Midnight Sun Sands drawing to Maria.
Oh.
Wow, the desert is all white. Is that a big building? Huh, that's Wormskin. I told Maria about all the memories I made there. I see, so there's really a place like that outside of Grand Trad.
Thank you.
Thank you, mister. I'll ask Miss Fabienne if we can hang them up on the inn's wall. I look at the picture, I can stop feeling lonely because I think of you on your journey. And you can come back and look at them too, right?
You know.
You know, there's so much I want to tell you. Oh, but I have to go shopping now. I'll go with you.
Really?
Really? Yay, thank you.
Mister?
Do you see those flowers on sale over there? They grow outside the capital. Papa took me there once. He let me ride on his shoulders and I felt big, like a grown-up. Let's go there too.
In that case,
Why don't we go there and pick some flowers together?
Wow.
Can we? Do you know where it is? First you have to go where the wind blows, then follow that until you're really, really far away. Okay then.
Huh?
Excuse me, but are you okay? Doesn't look okay. Maybe, are you hungry? I still have some bread.
hey,
Or you can't sleep here, you're dragging your filth all over the road. You're shaking. Here, maybe some bread will make you feel better. That's the child from that Parapus Inn, you know, the half-blood.
Dear me!
Feeding scraps to a disgusting stray. You're not wrong, Maria.
it'll be fine.
Don't listen to them, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this for me? Are you sure? You looked hungry. Where's your house? I don't have one. My family, they're all dead. I ran from a merchant who tried to sell me, but I ended up here. I'm all alone now. Oh, I wish I had died with my mom and everyone else. Are you crying? I want to die, but the hunger is so painful. Thank you for this. Am I gonna end up like that boy? Because my family is all gone too, just like him. You have Miss Fabienne or you have me? I think she should rely on Miss Fabienne. I think as much as you have me as a nice sentiment, we're not really that reliable. Mainly because we're off doing incredibly dangerous things 100% of the time, and in theory we could die exactly the same way that Grace does. This Fabienne seems pretty stable. She owns an inn, she's unlikely to lose her livelihood, it seems pretty popular. I think that she seems like a very stable figure in Maria's life. I think we are not. You're Miss Fabienne.
Listen,
Miss Fabienne will always take care of you.
But,
No, I'm just bothering her.
um,
Maybe you can take me with you? Absolutely not. You should take me along. I want to go on a journey too, and I promise I'll be good. I'm just going to say it's dangerous. We are not responsible figure in her life. I'm sorry, Maria, but it's just too dangerous. It's okay. I understand.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I shouldn't have asked you that. Please don't tell Miss Fabienne. She's the only one I can stay with now, so I have to show her that I'm a good girl. Yeah, sure you care.
well then,
You think of something nice you can do for her, Maria?
So then...
Oh, she's always busy, so I can help out lots. When I talk to you, mister, my stomach doesn't feel like it's all in knots anymore. Okay then, you'll come back soon, right? I can sense Maria's devotion and the wholehearted trust she has for me. I think it's unhealthy. I don't think that we should be her role model. I think that Miss Fabienne should be her role model and that we should separate ourselves from her life until maybe she's older. I think right now it's not a good idea, but maybe that's just me. The pure-hearted maiden Maria, who presides over the heroic embodiment of the healer. Through thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom.
A new power.
Bear this new power, cherish this connection, and by their strength fulfill thy destiny. Rank up! We're now rank 3 with Maria. We can now study the cleric. Also, we now have more skill inheritance slots for the healer. Wonderful. More skills can now be inherited by the healer lineage in Academia due to the effects of the Scion skill.
Yeah.
I should go back before Miss Fabienne gets worried. You too, mister. Please be careful, okay? Okay. More mag. The resource I never use, apparently. Back to the Martira Tavern. I can see how you would run out of mag really quickly though if you did use it, so it seems like the kind of thing where it's not bad to have like a huge amount of, because if you want to like redo some builds later, a bunch of mag and a bunch of XP items goes a long way to making that happen. Like, can we hang out with Heismay? No, he's only available during the day on this one again. It's not good. Anyway, let's head out here. Also, I noticed it says, well, it implies we've only given Maria one of the drawings. Although maybe we gave her the first one during the first thing. If we've only given her one, we might have another rank up tomorrow, which would be nice, but I don't know if that's the case. I don't think it is, necessarily. Okay. Check for a debate. No debate. Okay. In which case... We've already done the wisdom one in this area. We're going to assume that there won't be another... Well, there's not going to be another, like, cool bit of dialogue for the wisdom one in this area. What have we got left here, then?
alright then.
So, we have a speech that we can give. We've done tolerance. Oh, you know what we haven't done? We haven't done second tolerance, which is with Cowman. We haven't seen what Cowman has to say.
You're not serious.
Yeah, otherwise known as second tolerance. We also haven't done whatever yours is. Nostalgic Elder. Is yours? What is yours? Yours is imagination, so you would tell a story. Huh. Do you want tolerance or imagination? Our tolerance is really low. We really should raise our tolerance a little bit here. Yeah. If we're trying to keep them all roughly, like, leveled.
Leave it out, mate.
So there was a guy here, right? Oh,
Just can't stand
now there's just a small cat here. There was a cowman here though, wasn't there?
Oh, well.
Am I crazy? Or did the cat... Or is he... Maybe he's only available during the day. Maybe cowman's only available during the day. In which case we'll speak with the nostalgic elder. That's fine. Just trying to find new content as well, so we don't... like, we could just raise our wisdom, but we would just immediately... It would just be like, alright, you sit here. Wisdom up. I'd rather find some new bit of dialogue. So, hello.
Oh.
Say, now I'm getting a look at you. Do you happen to be an elder? My word, you are indeed. Did you come bearing bread? Bread? What are you talking about? Oh dear, you don't know the old tale, the one of the Thief King and the Elder's bread. It's a tale as warm as fresh baked bread, dearie. Would you like me to tell it to you? Ooh, that sounds like a nice story. Maybe it'll give us the warm fuzzies.
What do
Alright.
you want to do?
I don't know if any story is going to give us the warm fuzzies, but let's listen.
Oh.
Oh ho, well this makes me rather nostalgic. Once upon a time...
Long, long ago.
A gift arrived in a faraway village. It was a box, and inside this box were 8 delicious-looking loaves of bread. 8 people gathered around it, each belonging to a different tribe. Resant, Rogue, Clemar, Ugif, Bustari, Nydia, Barabas, and Ishkaya.
After that.
A Ugif lad jumped up and down in excitement and said, "We can share 'em. That way we'll all get to have one." But the Resant man shook his head. "Why would a Ugif like you need a whole loaf? I need a larger portion," he said. Then the old rogue woman spoke, saying, "You must respect your elders." The Clamar scoffed at this. "The bread's clearly causing a quarrel, so I'll be in charge of it," said the Clamar woman. The other 7, of course, were none too happy about this plan.
After that.
The Ugif boy muttered quietly, "We ought to share it between us all," but no one had mind to listen. A Mustari man leaned in close to the boy and told him, "You're right, you know, but the wise move here is to just give up." The Mustari man left along with the Ugif boy. Then there remained 6 tribes for 8 loaves.
And then.
"We clearly can't share it equally," the Clamar said. Then the Ishkaya finally spoke. "Split the remaining 2 loaves into 3s, she offered. That way it can be equally split among the 6 of us. The Dia woman quickly agreed. Away she walked, saying that she would grab a knife and return soon. The Harapus man laughed and said, "Finally I get to have bread." But the remaining 3 made sour faces indeed.
Oh dear.
"Oh, would you look at the time? We'll need to continue this another time, I promise. Well, I'll get to the end next time." I wonder what will happen with these 8 people, all different tribes. I feel like my imagination has gone up a little. This seems like a... It basically seems like a one-to-one with what's happening currently in the world. In like the Clamar being the leaders, the Resants kind of being the brutes or the strongest, the Mustari and the Ugifs not being listened to at all. Yeah, so I wonder how their story does end.
Alright.
Probably not very well, I would imagine.
Well then.
It's time I get back to the others.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Okay. Idols Day. Fantastic. We got things to do on Idols Day.
Alright then.
It's also raining. Let's check if there's a debate on today.
Amazing.
There probably won't be, but let's check if there is. I haven't checked back in Grand Trad for debates, actually. I kind of assume they're not going to be in Grand Trad, but maybe I'm wrong. No debate here. You know what?
Alright then.
It's time to
Let's go.
check, because we need to go back to Grand Trad anyway, so we can do that. Also, we're here for 3 reasons. The toilet, the washroom, and the pantry. So, that got me 1 luck. Love it.
Got it.
Washroom. 100 XP. Okay. Pantry.
What's this?
Okay, cooking ingredients. We are then going to leave here. We're going to go to Grand Trad. And I want to go to there.
Let's go.
Yeah. Just because I haven't been checking it, and I probably should. It's just good practice, I think, to check it. Although I don't know if anything can spawn here, so... Anyway. See, that's where I think something could spawn, potentially, but... Nothing there. Although, actually, it would make sense for it to only spawn in the current area that you're in, because that's where the candidates are going to be, right? The candidates aren't going to be in Grand Trad. Yeah. I guess that makes sense. Because nobody else can teleport. Right, anyway, the place I actually want to go is here. Hello. Closure. Okay, so we have a bunch of blessed water now. We can actually get all of this stuff. So Thrifty Abacus, Investor's Abacus, and then Amethyst Mace. None of these I think are worth it, really. But I kind of want to buy them all, just for completeness. So I'm going to. Wonderful. Whoa. I had 2 of those? Oh no, I can turn an Investor's Abacus into an Investor's Abacus for 50. Oh. Oh, interesting. You can swap between them. That's weird. Okay. No, I'll stick with where I am for that. Okay. That's weird. Okay. Well, we have one of each. Maybe you're not meant to have that many items that can be blessed. So you're not meant to have, like, the, or both sides of it. So it gives you an opportunity if you only get one as a drop to then switch to the other one. Okay.
Why, it's lovely.
Then we're just going to go to any shop. Like, say, this shop here. I did that last time as well, didn't I? I went into the wrong door. Hello.
This is on sale, right?
Then we can... Oh, I also need to sell things.
Now then.
Nice. And then appraise. Gritty polearm. Superior gritty polearm. It's the same item. Gritty long arm. None of that was really worth it. I do have a bunch of things to sell, which I should sell at some point, but I haven't, so there you have it. Let's just double check that we're up to date on terms of our potions that we need to buy.
What is it you want?
Right, buy. Yeah, I'll do that. 21 revival medicine, that seems like enough right now. Yeah, I'll buy up to 10 of those again. Could buy a bunch of medicine. How much does it cost? It only cost me 1,000 to buy 97 medicine. Yeah. How much does it cost to go to full there? 27,000. That's a little bit much, but, you know, the rest of it's good. Alright, I think I'm kind of done with my shopping. Our equipment is better than the level that we're getting.
Keep dreaming, fella.
Followers. Stroll, Hulkenberg, Heismay. Okay, I just want to see what the next... Oh, actually, he's at rank 4. I just realized he would go up to rank 5 after this. Wow, he's actually way ahead. Okay. While in reserve, the amount of experience Stroll gains increases. But as we know, you can switch in from reserve, which is kind of interesting. Okay. Yeah, intriguing. So we could take that, but I don't think we need it right now. Do we try and level up Heismay to match everyone else? What's level 3 get him? You can study the assassin. Yeah. And Hulkenberg's level 4. Inheritance slots for knight lineage. Okay. Let's maybe stick with Heismay. Let's try and get them all ranked up. Yeah. Yes. Let's see where he is. Oh, hello. Well, actually, I don't know if we have to, but I'm moving ourselves back to Martira. Martira here,
Let's go.
and then I'm going to speak with them. Don't know why I felt the need to move the Gauntlet Runner back. It just felt like it was correct to move it. Right. Where is he? Oh, he's just at the other side of the room. I just missed him. Hello.
Ah, it's you.
Ah, it's you. Once we get our more pressing goals out of the way, I won't be sure what to do with myself. Remember we spoke about finding a spot to lay down my son to rest? I happened across a nice place the other day. Yeah, seems like a thing we should do now.
My thanks.
You'll go then. The place I'd like to go is a cemetery on the outskirts of town.
Huh.
Plenty of new graves, possibly victims of these dark doings at the castle. Perhaps my boy would find solace here among many his own age. But it seems they don't cremate their dead here. Don't want my son feeling out of place, being the only child here in singed pieces. Hard enough for a boy his age to fit in. Shall we look somewhere else?
That means...
Then shall we look somewhere else?
My thanks.
My thanks. I think we do well to check other options.
My apologies.
How about somewhere deeper in the forest, if you don't mind indulging me just a bit further? Seems a peaceful place at first glance, but it's not really so, is it?
No?
Pattering footsteps from beasts among the trees, the smell of animal waste. I can feel them eyeing us from the shadows too. It's too dangerous. Might be too dangerous.
True?
I can't stand the thought of hungry beasts disturbing his grave.
We shouldn't.
It is too early to make a decision. I'd like to look at other locations if you don't mind. He is being very thorough, and at a certain point you would think that potentially he doesn't want to do this, so he's finding an excuse for the areas, but we've only been to a couple, and we're happy to keep looking. You want to keep looking? I said, well, to say no problem.
Got it.
Okay, let's do that then.
My thanks.
I appreciate your understanding. You're certainly more patient than I was at your age.
The truth is,
All you geef travel far and wide to find the perfect resting place. Some build an altar at home, some scatter the bones in the sea, some bury them beneath a great tree. As said, most simply bury the bones in the village's communal cemetery. After that contemplation, they come back to where they started. Those people used to irritate me to no end when I was younger. I loathed their indecision and looked down on them for it.
but
But as I got on in the years, I came to understand some things. It's not so easy to overcome the death of someone close. That's why when you lose someone, you need time for that very hesitation. I've certainly found I do. Haste will not ease my woes.
even so,
That being said, this isn't your concern. You've already done more than enough for me. We can take our time.
It'll be fine.
It's fine, we'll give it as much thought as you need.
listen.
Are you certain? You truly are an oddball.
Then,
Then might we take to the Gauntlet Runner again? This time I'd like to see somewhere full of open space. No? Maybe I'm just imagining things. What's the matter?
What happened?
no.
It looks just like a place my son loved.
My son.
I think it was around the time he finally started walking. Even when he stumbled and fell, he'd always leap right back up, all smiles. He would chase bugs through the grass far taller than him, laughing even when he fell, bringing me flowers and pebbles clutched tight in his little fist. Even now, it is as he might burst out of the grass at any moment, beaming and covered in burrs. But I know it is just an empty fantasy. Are you okay?
Everything okay?
Heismay, are you alright?
Yes.
Yes.
My apologies.
Apologies, I didn't mean for you to see me like that. But yes, this could be a fine place for him to stay. The silence is peaceful, the wind is gentle. It feels a place wholly apart from the nightmare of our world. I'm sure my son would love it too. He always loved to run, the wind in his face.
But
And yet... Something bothering you? I'm guessing this is he doesn't want to part with his son. Is there still something bothering you?
the truth is,
I have just one thing holding me back. That sweet smell on the wind reminds me of a faraway hill. The hill where my hometown lies. Oh, does he want to take his son back to his hometown? That would be good. You just remembered it?
What?
You're just now remembering about your hometown?
no.
It occurred to me, yes, but I've not visited even once since I left. I sincerely doubt they'd welcome me back.
Oh,
A wind blows in my home sweeter than any I've known. Why don't we visit?
Let's go.
Let's just go and see.
but
No, you're right. I cannot let my floundering deprive my boy of his proper place.
I'm in your debt.
Walking this ground with you, I find myself determined to return home again. It feels like something I'd never have realized alone. I am grateful our paths crossed. I can sense Heismay's extraordinary resolve and the depth of his gratitude.
He.
The aloof hermit Heismay, keeper and inheritor of the thief's virtues.
No.
Throughout thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom.
A new power.
Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by thy strength fulfill thy destiny. By their strength fulfill thy destiny.
I must come to a decision.
We can now study the assassin. Okay, whole bunch of these unlocking in quick succession. Thank you for putting up with my indecisiveness at least. Let's head to my village another day. Call upon me when you can spare the time.
Homeward, then.
For today, let us rejoin our comrades. Okay. And now, it is the night time again. Back to the Martira Tavern. Well, you know the drill. We head in here.
What do you want to do?
We check the water jug. Still empty. That's fine. We then leave the tavern. Have a quick look around. Realize there won't be anything new, but still go and check the thing up here anyway.
Amazing.
Just because we're paranoid about missing debates. Okay.
Lovely.
Let's see. Any debating happening here? Not unless they're invisible. Okay. Let's head back down here. And then we will go and do the same thing we did last night. Because we can hear the end of our tale. Oh, I'll double check no followers are available. No, we know Heismay's next part. Oh, and Gallica's next part. That's fine. Yeah, cool.
Well met,
Ooh.
eh?
Hello. Who are you? Yes, the case is solved, but so what? That doesn't change the fact I lost everything. Sorry, I didn't mean to criticize you. Please let me alone right now.
Well met, eh?
Okay.
Oh, I hate the rain.
Hello.
Oh, look who it is.
Oh, we meet again. I wonder if you remember the story about the bread. They were going to use a knife to cut the remaining loaves into thirds. We're near the story's end now. Near the end, huh? If you listen, your imagination should increase again.
Oh.
Aha, how wonderful. Let's see now. I, the Nydia, went to get a knife.
After that.
Now that the six tribes would be able to share the 8 loaves of bread equally, their dilemma seemed nearly at its end. Then the Clemar woman pointed to the Parapus man and said, "So we get the same amount as the Parapus?" "That's not the way of the world," the woman said. The Roussant man agreed. The Parapus was incensed to be so attacked. Well, I don't want your stupid bread anyhow, he shouted and took his leave. Watching him walk away, the remaining 4 smiled triumphantly. 8 loaves of bread for 4 tribes. Without waiting for the Nydia, who had gone to fetch the knife, the remaining 4 each took 2 loaves and left.
Indeed.
Aye, you heard right. Those who were spurned by injustice, as well as those who trusted, were empty-handed in the end. But then, that night, under the youth's lad's pillow, he found a bounty of sweet bread filled with cream. Under Mustari man's, and savoury loaves wafting of rich aroma. Under the Nydia's crispy loaves baked with fruit, and under the Parapus man's large loaves of moist, fluffy bread. All these appeared in great quantities. The 4 never worried for food again. But the other 4, those who took bread home for themselves, said that no matter what they ate, nothing tasted good. Legend has it was the Thief King that left those loaves of bread. Never revealing his true identity, he brought to light injustice and inequality, only to disappear thereafter. A king among the shadows is quite something, don't you think? Different variations of this story do exist. In some, it's an elder who brings the 8 loaves. Okay. So what this is proposing here is that the elder is effectively as filled in as the role of the equalizer, in a way. The elder is the one who makes life easier for the ones who face injustice in the world. Okay. Not a very subtle story moral, but one that we can get behind.
What do you think?
So, a fun little parable, isn't it? Also, she's rogue, right? So this would be a very odd story for her to be telling. Because, unless it's meant to temper the fact the rogue's natural inclination to be one of the 4 tribes who would take the bread. Maybe it's meant to be like a don't be greedy or else you'll end up like this kind of situation. What the Thief King did is pretty great, but the reason this survived as a fairy tale is because inequality never really went away. Imagine a world where people who did no wrong saw justice served, just like the 4 who received the bountiful bread. I feel like my imagination has gone up a little.
Alright.
Got another 3 there. Okay, our imagination's getting close to the next level.
Well then.
We're actually very close to the next level in a couple of things. Like, we're next to the 2nd tier of archetypes being our norm. We're next to level 3 in terms of our raw virtues being a norm. We're kind of next to like the next tier of the game, which is definitely interesting.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I forget every time he's going to say that, and I speak over him every single time. I do apologize. I'm well aware of what happens, but anyway. That road that was blocked off by the landslide should be cleared by tomorrow, apparently. We set off for Brilehaven as soon as it reopens.
True.
We have acquired the head we sought, but if we're truly to get in Luis's good graces, we should endeavour to stand out further from the other candidates. Yup, even after all this, we're still just a bunch of nobodies. Maybe we could improve our reputation by helping some of the people around town.
True.
A wise suggestion. Some upright behaviour and altruistic deeds are just what we need to gain more recognition. Or a debate?
Right.
We depart tomorrow. How are we looking in terms of these? So Stroll and Hulkenberg can go up. Maria can go up today. Alright, if there's no debate, we're 100% doing Maria's one to level 4. Because, I mean, speed cooking sounds incredible. Let's see, though. Any debate? And up here, we have a debate. Okay, so that means we're not going to raise Maria's to 4 here, but we have to do all the debates because we want to get all the memorandum entries as well. I don't know why I went up onto the podium to then speak, but anyway.
Talking nonsense, you are.
Let's do it.
Everyone listen! I am...
Oh, that's very intense. Listen up, when I'm king, I'm turning half this country's cities into entertainment districts, and the spirits will flow from their casks, free for all.
Oh, yeah?
Those are some pretty wild campaign promises. Why don't you put your word against theirs in a debate? If you can make them see the future you're envisioning, I'm sure you'll win some favor. Easier said than done, but you can't pass up this chance. Okay. Let's do it.
Huh?
What? You got a problem with what I'm saying? Hey, wait, I know you. You're that chump who said he'll help anyone in need, aren't you?
Ain't this interesting?
Well, sit your arse down and let a man who's truly fit to be king pluck those flowery ideas right out of your ears.
Everyone listen! I am...
Listen up, when I'm king, I'm turning half this country's cities into entertainment districts, and the spirit will flow from their casks, free for all. Whether you're rich or you're poor, every sod can get as pissed as an ex. That's true equality. Then, after loads of people migrate to our merry city, the tourists will start pouring in, lining all our pockets. What do you mean city? Huzzah, free booze, you've got my vote. That's just from the free alcohol. Would that do anything to help a place like Martira, though? But like, here's the thing, he said like, they'll migrate to our merry city. So is he suggesting that if you turn half the cities, so let's assume that this is just badly worded, right? His proposal is turn half the cities into entertainment districts. Then, and have everything be free there. Or like have all the drink be free there, right? And then basically the tourism would pay for everything. I mean, it's not a terrible like this isn't as bad an idea as the no taxes idea, right? And it's better than the Yugief's idea last time, although it's been pointed out that you could reframe her idea in a better manner, but the way that she phrased it, it wasn't good, right? But let me just go through his plan here, and I'll give you a real world example where this kind of can work. Not in like the extreme that they've given us, but in a where it could work. So, my real world example is a town like Las Vegas, where they will give out free drinks to people who are gambling because it keeps them engaged long enough, and then it causes them to spend more money, right? Or it causes them to basically keep going, and the goal of all of that is that the house always wins after X amount of play is done, so if they can just keep you hooked, they're eventually going to win, right? So, you could in a way say that as long as you can make sure you're earning more money than they're drinking, then it all works out. It could be pretty good. The negative is obviously that you're then funding your entire economy on everyone being drunk all the time, which isn't great. Also, it would mean that these cities are places that people wouldn't necessarily want to live full time because everyone would be drunk, and it wouldn't be like, and it would all be entertainment 100% of the time. It's not like got all the other needs that you would need from a city. I don't know, let's see what we've got here. You put taverns out of business, alcohol won't bring equality, or I'll make food free. Okay. Well, let's see what we got here. You put taverns out of business. I mean, it depends, right? All he's saying is that drink would be free. Taverns could serve food. You get the drink for free, but they charge you for the food. Maybe they charge you as much for the food as they would have charged you for the drink in the first place. You know, you could see a way that they could make that work. Also, the taverns in the towns where the drink isn't free, potentially that could cause a problem. You know, if you have to travel 3 days by Gauntlet Runner to get somewhere to drink, you know, they would just be in places where drink wasn't free. Alcohol, well, let's stick to the next one. I'll make food free. How is that going to work? Are we going to pay the farmers for their food and then we give out the food for free? We're going to have to raise taxes quite a lot to make that happen. But, I mean, it could. In an ideal world, yeah. Alcohol won't bring equality. Also, if you make food free, are you going to have to ration it? Are you going to have to say, like, okay, well, everyone gets this for food each time? Because otherwise, you'd end up with some people taking, like, very odd amounts of different food. Like, there's lots of logistical questions that you have to answer here. Alcohol won't bring equality, though. I think that's the most succinct answer here.
Please listen.
We need policies that address tribal inequality and class discrimination. Drinking doesn't solve those.
Huh?
Oh yeah? You got some grand policy you want to lay out? Go on then. Nah, Loveless got no right to say that. Both of them are spitting shite right into the wind, but if I had to pick one that smelled rosier, I'd take Grems. I guess I'll take it. Was that not the best answer then, but good enough? Why are you trying to make this more complicated than it is? I don't think you've won.
I knew it!
That was a great debate earlier. You had the other candidate totally off guard. A lot of people agreed with your idea. They've given a little something to show their support. Okay, apparently it was fine despite the initial review.
All right.
We got 4 and 1 again. Must have been fine. Even though the initial review was horrible. Okay. Also. Ooh, we got 140 off there. So we're now, you know, 701. Pretty high up there. And a memorandum. Loveless. Loveless O'Shea, a Parapus candidate participating in a tournament. The third son of a tavern-owning family in Oceania. Having never held a steady job, the notion to enter the tournament was like a divine revelation to him. He repurposed an old cargo ship, remodeling it as his gauntlet runner. Lord O'Shea's exalted saloon. His promise to make half the capital pleasure districts and all the booze free has resulted in his only support being a small contingent of heavy drinkers. Okay, so that makes a lot more sense for the options that, or for what he said at the end of it, but he said he was going to make half the cities. Or maybe city was meant to be like half the cities, as in half of the city of Grand Trads free. I don't think it had the right, yeah, I don't think it had the right punctuation to make that the way it was phrased, but that makes a lot more sense then. So he's making half the capital pleasure districts and all the booze free in the, like, in the capital? Okay. Then he was talking like he was in the capital, despite him not being in the capital for that debate. I don't know, something was weird about that. Anyway, so basically he wants to turn the capital into that kind of place. Interesting. It would probably put the taverns out of business in the capital, but anyway. Yeah, weird. Right, in here, we got 2 things to do before we do anything else.
It's time.
Well, we're finally leaving this place tomorrow. Oh, okay. I thought we were about to be chucked out of this place all of a sudden, but no. Right, back here, washroom.
Got it.
That's fine. Make sure we are actually clean. Nice. Wonder if that ever doesn't give you 100, like what you have to do to make it not give you 100. Maybe if you're actually dirty for some reason it would do it. I don't know how you would quantify that. Right, nobody's available. Yep. Okay, in which case what are we doing? I guess we are...
All right then. Where to?
Heading out of here to Thoroughfare Square. And looking for anything we haven't done yet. So we've done that. We finished our story. We've done the Mustari. Done the Courage one here. Okay, so we've done all of that then. Did our story. Cowman wasn't there last time we looked, but we can check this time. Maybe it was because it was raining.
Unstinking believer.
Cowman still isn't here, but that might again be because it's the night time. We only saw him during the day. Okay. We haven't done a speech yet? Is speech the only thing we haven't done? Yeah, I guess so. Is there anything back in the city we didn't do? Like back in Grand Trad? We did... Let me just check Grand Trad. Well, I can't actually check it from here. We did that. We did that. Just going through them in my head. So we did the story in Grand Trad. We did the viewing in Grand Trad. We did the speaking to the group about issues people were having in Grand Trad. What else? Yeah, I think we did everything. I'm fairly certain we did everything there as well. Unless I'm imagining something. We spoke to the Mustari in Grand Trad as well. So I think this leaves this as the only thing left to do, right? Heard a story from long ago, gave a speech, took a test of courage, debated a candidate, talked with a pagan. Yeah, I mean this is the only thing then.
Talking nonsense, you are.
Well, let's do it. Check the Martira podium. Also, are these the same three? Luis, Forden, and whoever that is. Okay. Yep.
Talking nonsense, you are.
Let's do it.
This place.
Why don't you stand here and make a speech? It's a good opportunity to convey your thoughts and feelings to the people of the city. If you do a good job, you might get some money to boot. You want to try making a speech? Yeah. Let's do it.
Gone to shite, this has.
Our young are leaving in droves for cities with better trade and industry like Grand Trad and Brilehaven. What policies will you prioritise to protect a remote town like ours? What should I say to reach the public's heart? Promote local delicacies, place more effort on tourism, or put more power into industry. Interesting. So people are... The problem is that people are leaving, right? For cities with better trade and industry. So we could either promote local delicacies. What would that do? Well, that would get people to visit to try the delicacies, okay? Or maybe people would like them so much they stay. I don't know. Effort on tourism? That's going to involve changing how the city or how this town is laid out. It's like, that's not currently not what they really do here. But, I mean, it could work. I kind of like put more power into industry. If the problem is that people are leaving to go to Brilehaven, Grand Trad because that's where the industry is, then promote like having more industry here that needs more people. Promote the ability for them to supply jobs to people, I guess.
Please listen.
We have to bring new industry here.
Grand, innit?
Oh, not a bad idea that, but what kind exactly? Those gits in the capital couldn't do right by us if they tried. That wasn't the answer they wanted, I guess, but... Okay, we're now at level 3 eloquence. We're urbane.
Eloquence.
'Tis one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If thou aspire to true sovereignty, fill thyself with words from the heart to win the trust of the common folk.
Why, that's...
A conqueror needs that precious kindling with which of followers' passions may be inflamed. Okay. After listening to the people, I returned to the group. Yeah, we didn't get the bonus reward there.
And the age of a new king draws nearer.
I guess you had to say delicacies, but that doesn't make it... Anyway. Is the kind of the thing that people talk about here.
I've seen the state of the race with my own eyes, ladies, gents, and mad malcontents. If you wanted an update, here's your chance. So far, we've mostly seen gauntlet runner skirmishes and dueling mayhem. Now it's time for the real thing. Sounds like we've lost a few candidates already too. Poor bastards went after something too nasty for their head hunt and got themselves head hunted. We've got some candidates who have outright given up. No confidence. Can't blame them against these odds. And some others have bought and sold out of the race.
Come on! That's a bit unfair, isn't it?
I suppose money's power like anything else. Military strength's not meant to decide this race anyhow.
The question is, what's our final head count going to look like? Lots of unknowns left, people, and we'll not know the truth until the exhibition. A little bird told me one of our contenders has made a bold play in Martira. They might not even come out of it with a head.
What are they scheming then? Let's hear some details.
Sorry, chums, I'm just the crier. Can't speak for any one candidate in particular. Luckily, you'll not have long to wait now. With all that said, can't help but wonder how Count Luis is taking this, can we? My sources say he's not bothered with any of this. He's still gallivanting across the land, killing humans. And yet, even without a formal entry, Luis's voter base is still growing. Bound to have his eminence Forden grinding his teeth that, for now, let's enjoy the show!
Okay, that was a rather bold one by the crier there.
Right, everyone. Farewell said, particulars packed.
The reason why I say it's kind of a bold one is because he is employed by Sanctifex Forden's group, right? So, by the Sanctus Church. So it's very odd that he would be like, well, that's going to annoy Sanctifex Forden. You know, it's effectively his employer.
All that remains is to ride to Oceania with pride in our hearts.
Watch out, Louise. You won't know what hit you.
Well then, off to the races, what? Old Barden's given me a detailed map of the area.
Sounds like quite a journey. I hope it won't be as bumpy as last time.
Oh no, it'll be a sight smoother. But you've got wings. What are you fussing for?
Oh, there it is. Should have known the fatigue would hit eventually. About time I got some sleep. Heismay, why are you on my bed? You're positively miniature, man. There are plenty of other places fit for you to sleep.
Yes. Splendid. Just magnificent.
What is he dreaming about?
I hope you've no designs on taking my bed. I have cut men down for less.
With friends like these.
Okay.
Now then.
Next is Port Brilehaven, the capital of the Principality of Oceania. If we punch it south of Martira, we'll make it in, no, I say 3 nights, 4 days or so. Ooh. I have to do a fight with her. I assume that's also going to rank up her thing as well. Also, when we arrive, it's stormy. That's definitely no accident. Wow, so that's Port Brilehaven.
This place here.
The capital of the Principality of Oceania. A flourishing trade port known for its liberal, free-spirited atmosphere, home to an ocean breeze and infrequent tempests. Sure, let's go.
Oh, hey!
What sort of place is Port Brilehaven exactly? Tis a city of preposterous commerce, due in no small part to its oceanside proximity. I envision droves of people will pour in for the exhibition. All the people delayed by the landslide might still be showing up. Keep an eye on the road, okay, near us?
Ha-ha! Tally-ho then!
Why, I never! Who do you think you're talking to? Leave it to me. Next stop, Port Brilehaven, capital of Oceania.
Leaving behind the old castle town stricken by tragedy, the Gauntlet Runner sets off toward the exhibition of the brave. Their destination, Port Brilehaven, capital of the Principality of Oceania. A world unknown to them. What will they accomplish? Acclaim? Or...
Can you hear me?
Hello there, can you hear me? Eurus's voice is echoing out of the runner folk. If you're hurting for things to do, hop on over to the lounge. Fix the plant culture chamber so you can grow seeds if you've got them. You can now use the plant culture chamber in the lounge. Use it to plant any seeds you have. Thanks to the magic of the igniter, your crops will be ready to harvest the very next day.
What to pick?
Well, at least you don't need to count the days, like in certain other games of theirs. Okay, cool. Well, this seems like a good point to end the episode. Thank you very much for watching. Next time we head to Port Brilehaven and we see exactly how the first stage of the tournament goes. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.